Yes, thank you. Can you explain a bit more why you think cryptocurrency and more specifically blockchain will increase the returns to labor over, I guess, over capital? You talked about the leveling of credentials and
Hmm.
ability to enter the market. I
Hmm.
understand that part, but I also see massive increasing returns to scale for first movers. So I don't quite understand this point about increasing returns to labor over the long term.
Okay,
Please.
terrific. Um, so we have had a productivity revolution around technology, and typically productivity accrues to labor because there's competition at the corporate level and profit margins come down. So the productivity gains are then attributed or allocated. That's kind of textbook economics. Now, what's happened in practical reality is that through centralization, what you've had is these companies have built such deep moats around them that the competitive pressure has gone away. So who's a real competitor to Google? If you're a competitor to Google, they're going to buy you. So then the competitive pressure goes away, profit margins stay higher, and then labor gets squeezed at some level. Now, as we migrate to Web 3.0, and this is where the Web 3 Council that has just been created can be extremely helpful to policy and the private sector as a co-joining mechanism. As we move to Web 3, in decentralization, you strip out, Google becomes just this engine. It's like an internet engine where the gains that are being accrued within that ecosystem are then reallocated to the users. So if I'm playing a game, for example, the more I play the game, the more value that game creates, the more value that comes back to me as a player of the game, as opposed to the entity that owns the game. So you end up with gains that are way better distributed amongst labor, way less concentration of profitability. I think it's a hidden feature, but I think it'll be an extremely valuable one to ordinary people.
That's a prediction as opposed to an empirical observation to date. Is that fair
Senator
to say?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Senator
thank you.
Youssef,